Does the future hold for the sports arena site? Today is your chance to weigh in.
Don't take kids who are excelling and put them someplace else that they're not going to excel.
Families fight to keep middle school grades at a local school. What was announced last night?
Civic, 450 miles an hour. If you look straight up, you can see our shadow.
I'm Carla Chiquetto, and I feel the need for speed.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
That line was Maverick approved,
Of
right?
course,
Yes,
yes.
there we go. It's 6 a.m. on this Thursday. So glad you're with us. Thanks for joining us here in America's finest city. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. A lot of fans of Top Gun will be here in town for the air show this weekend. Of course, eyes to the sky. Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Irani to see how our weather is looking.
Does always help when they have blue skies.
Yeah.
Blue skies help, for sure. We might not have as much of the blue skies, though, for tomorrow afternoon as we start to see some fog roll in and overcast skies. That's tomorrow, Friday. But today are kind of the building blocks of that cool down and of that increase in cloud cover. So, for instance, we do have a little bit of fog and cloud cover this morning. We have temperatures sliding this afternoon to 73 from the upper 70s yesterday. Same goes for our inland valleys. Yesterday we had upper 80s, today low 80s. So we're starting to see those temperatures drop a bit today. Even more of a cool down coming through the weekend. Details on that in just a few.
What a difference already. Thank you, Evan. In just a couple of hours here, the San Diego Planning Commission set to hold a public hearing for the Midway Rising project.
This proposed redevelopment would bring 4,000 homes, a hotel, park development, and a new indoor arena to the area, replacing the sports arena site there. CBS 8's Chris Groh joins us live with details on how everyone can make their voices heard. More on this plan, and this could completely transform that area, Chris.
Yeah, an area that hasn't seen a transformation like this in probably decades, right? And a lot of people have been wondering when the next step will take place, what the very latest with Midway Rising is. Well, today is that day. So right now we are getting you caught up to date and previewing what will happen tonight with this public hearing. Now, the plan, of course, with Midway Rising is to redevelop the 49-acre sports arena site, which will include 4,000 new homes, 2,000 of which will be deemed affordable units. And if this comes to fruition, it would be the largest development of affordable housing in California history. It would allow families making up to 80% of the area's median income, allow them to rent. For example, a family of four making up to about $132,000 a year would qualify. Of course, the plan also features a new 16,000-seat arena to replace Pechanga Arena. You've got parks that will be going in, upgrades to roads, bike paths, bus stops, transit. City leaders say that this is going to create thousands of jobs. But first, on the long line of approvals is the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission is going to have a public hearing today. They're going to take in comment from residents, from businesses in the area. But then after today's hearing, the commission will decide whether or not they recommend the project to the city council. Now, the city council, regardless of the planning commission, will have the ultimate say about whether or not this gets to break ground. But this is an important step here from the planning commission to see exactly how it is that they feel about something like Midway Rising. If this does get approved and the city council does push it forward, we're looking at about a mid-2026 groundbreaking. Eric and Netta.
Okay, Chris, thank you for the details there. A California Senator, Adam Schiff, will be in Oceanside today to talk about the consequences of a looming government shutdown. Meantime, the White House Budget Office is threatening mass firings if the federal government runs out of money in a week. In a memo obtained by CBS News, departments are advised to consider sending reduction of force notices for programs, projects, and activities that lose funding and that do not align with the president's priorities. Congressional Democrats have described the memo as intimidation, as the White House has publicly blamed the party for the stalemate over passing a clean funding bill. President Trump canceled a meeting with Democrats, writing on social media, "No meeting could possibly be productive," he said.
This morning, authorities are sharing evidence in the deadly shooting at an immigration and customs enforcement facility in Dallas. FBI Director Kash Patel says one of the unspent shells recovered had the phrase anti-ICE engraved on it. Officials say a sniper hit windows and a van near the entrance to the facility yesterday morning. Authorities say bullets hit 3 people in that vehicle who were being detained. One of them was killed, the other two critically injured. The suspected gunman, identified as 29-year-old Joshua Yan, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This morning, we are hearing from California Senator Alex Padilla after the Trump administration fired almost 20 more immigration judges. Padilla visited San Diego yesterday to get a firsthand look at immigration court operations. With an historic case backlog of 3.4 million cases nationwide, the Pentagon is now using hundreds of its military attorneys to temporarily serve as immigration judges.
Is not going to improve things. These are judges that may have a legal background, but not when it comes to immigration. We need more immigration judges to do the work of immigration judges.
Approximately 100 judges have been removed by the Trump administration this year alone. This morning, sources telling CBS News prosecutors are considering bringing a case against former FBI Director James Comey before a grand jury. Could happen as soon as today. Trump allies have accused Comey of lying to Congress 5 years ago when he testified about the origins of the FBI's investigation into Russia's interference in the 2016 election. Comey has denied the allegation. Multiple reports say at least one charge could include a count for perjury. The statute of limitations expires on Tuesday.
New this morning, 5 insurance companies are coming back here to California. It comes after that exodus over the past year. So they are Mercury, CSAA, USAA, Pacific Specialty, and California Casualty. Governor Gavin Newsom says new reforms lured these companies back. They can now use catastrophe modeling to determine wildfire risk and set their rates. In exchange, they have to provide more coverage in high-risk areas. The companies have also requested rate changes of 6.9%.
Please, no, we're not touching the thing.
Yeah, happy crowd right there. Bethune will keep its middle school grades after all. We've been covering this for a while now. Last night, parents and staff presented San Diego Unified Superintendent with data showcasing Bethune's academic achievements, championship sports, strong ASB program, clubs, and unique culture of caring. Superintendent Dr. Fabiola Bagula then announced the K-8 school will not transition to a K-5.
We have no fights, everyone's like happy, everyone has friends, and like I'm so happy that we get to graduate because I love the school so much.
Things will be changing for other schools though. Audubon, Fulton, and Golden Hill will transition to K-5 schools, and that's starting in the 2026 through 27 school year.
All right, well, the school clothes have been mostly shorts and T-shirts or even tank tops lately. Are they ever going to be able to get the fall clothes out?
I think, honestly, tomorrow you could send the kids off with maybe a light sweater, something maybe long sleeve. And the reason why is because tomorrow we should be holding on to overcast skies longer in the day, and we'll also be watching for cooler temperatures from what we see this afternoon. Today is still expected to be a sunny day by the afternoon. Temperatures are only sliding by a handful of degrees. That means we're still talking 70s and 80s for this afternoon. Live look outside from Otay Mountain facing south. You can make out some of those clouds that kick off the morning. Sunrise at 6:39, still about a half hour from now. This trough of low pressure becomes the dominant weather feature, and with it, we're going to be seeing those cooler temperatures slide in starting today, but really kicking in a high gear by tomorrow. A good portion of the country has not been seeing fall-like weather. We haven't, nor has almost any portion of it. Take a look at where your afternoon highs go across the nation. Oklahoma City, 83. Dallas, 85. Lincoln, Nebraska, 83. Bismarck, North Dakota, 74, matching what we have this afternoon, or at least a degree away from it. So we kick off the day with overcast skies. We'll get to the 70s and 80s as the afternoon progresses. We'll have plenty of sunshine in the forecast. But by tomorrow, those temperatures slide more. We have overcast skies lasting longer in the day and maybe even a few scattered showers. Those scattered showers could carry over into Saturday, and then through early next week, temperatures will stay mostly in the upper 70s across the valley floors. That will make for a setup where we have cooler than normal temperatures by a handful of degrees, where we should still see some of that afternoon sunshine, but where that trough of low pressure is still going to be that dominant weather feature, so it's doubtful that we'll be climbing into the above average range for almost any portion of the next work week. A notable cool down, feeling at least a bit more like fall starting tomorrow and lasting through next week. Let's take a look at traffic, see how your roads are faring as we start off the morning. Want to give you a live look at the northbound 15 just north of State Route 94. roads are looking smooth in both directions this morning. As far as your drive times go, we haven't seen much of an impact on the 805 northbound, the 94 westbound, and the 5 southbound. These are all looking smooth. That means that as you head out this morning, you shouldn't run into much difficulty. We haven't seen a ton of congestion to start off that kind of South Bay commute. Want to take you to 2 crashes, though, that have already popped up. We have a crash on the 5 northbound at 28th Street. That's already causing some minor backups. Slow lanes are also blocked on the 805. Number 1 lane blocked with a crash on the 805 northbound before the Imperial Avenue exit. We have some stop and go traffic on those northbound lanes, so you will run into some congestion with both of these as we kick off the morning. Let's take a look at your border wait times as we start off the day. San Ysidro port of entry, 140-minute wait, going to run you over 2 hours. Should be able to get across the Otay Mesa port of entry much quicker, only about an hour to get across that port of entry. Back to you.
Coming up, the Miramar Air Show is about to take flight. Hit it. Carlo Chiquetto rides with the Blue Angels.